So, black screens with your GPU fans going at max speed randomly. Yes, I'm having this issue too, and you probably are as well because you're looking at this video if you somehow found it on the internet. I've decided to make this video because I've been dealing with this issue for the past almost 3 months, and I'm going to share all the information that I managed to find by looking everywhere every day and talking to people and a guy from Nvidia that takes care of the driver feedback and all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna post a few links in the description of the video of the pages on the Nvidia forums, Reddit, and everyone that's been also experienced this issue. In there they share their solution and attempts of trying to fix this, which by the way there is none. There's no solution. Don't try to fix anything. Updating your BIOS on your motherboard, your graphics card BIOS, rolling back NVIDIA drivers, Windows, all that kind of stuff doesn't fix anything, sadly. I tried and everyone has tried. So, first of all, ignore the way I look. I've been dealing with this for 3 months, so I've been under a lot of stress. I need my computer to work because I do live streams and video editing. And because the computer keeps losing signal on my monitor and pretty much unplugging my graphics card, I have to shut it down. Everything keeps working in the background. If I'm talking to Discord, on Discord with my friends, I can keep talking to them if I ignore the fact that my fans are running at maximum speed. And videos that are playing on YouTube keep playing. So, the reason why the crashes happen. Every time you're playing a game, it can happen. It's the fastest way to reproduce the issue. Sometimes you can play for 6 hours or maybe 2, and then sometimes it will crash in the first 20 seconds. And from what I noticed and other people as well, even Manuel from Nvidia said that there's been a shader issue, so when you're building shaders or trying to load shaders, it crashes. In my case, every time let's say in Warframe, which I play a lot, I go into Warframe, I log in, I go to different maps, but then when I try to open a store, I click on it and then my monitor goes off. And it also happens on desktop outside of games because of anything that tries to use your graphics card, like hardware acceleration on Windows itself, or just checking to see if my computer is alive. Windows itself, or even Chrome or videos playing on YouTube, it can all use your graphics card to accelerate things like video codec and all that kind of stuff. All those things have a chance of randomly causing your graphics card to stop communicating and go into emergency mode and running the fans crazy so it stops from overheating. It doesn't know what's happening to give you enough time to turn off your computer. So that's what happened, but why it happens, Nvidia doesn't know yet. Manuel replied to my message yesterday on the forums. He said that they haven't been able to reproduce the issue yet, but he posted a link to a Windows preview update that they mentioned. They mentioned that they found an instability issue with their updates every update after May. And their description was there is a rare instability issue that could happen to a few people on their systems that will cause the system to be unstable depending on what they were doing. So that's a terrible description, it doesn't say anything. That's why I'm making the video. Like I said, I just told you guys, it's a graphics card. It loses communication when things are trying to gain access to it. And so that's good. Microsoft, the dates matches and everything. The update I installed today, it doesn't work. It doesn't fix anything. And probably it's just because they haven't been able to properly fix it yet. Like recent Windows update broke something, and on the Windows event viewer, and the events, it showed a firewall error, which they said it was fixed, but it took them like 2 or 3 Windows updates to actually fix it. So it might be the same case here on this instability issue that took them 3 months to figure out that there's some kind of instability happening. So we might need a few updates, but there is hope. At least there has been an acknowledgement from someone. Nvidia is aware, but they're not putting as a driver issue yet. And they don't seem to have talked to Microsoft yet, which would help out a lot. Because I told them multiple times that it's not just a driver thing. Their drivers are terrible lately, but this time it's not just the drivers. It's a combination of Windows and the 50 series drivers. Because if you're an older, like let's say 4070 Ti, and you're using the older, latest drivers of that generation, the 4070s, and you have the newest Windows version, you're fine. But at the moment that you upgrade to the 50 series drivers, you start having the same issue. But if you roll back, it stops. Depending on the case, maybe it's just because we don't know if there's anything like if there's a damage over time thing happening with this incompatibility. We don't know yet. So it's hard to know, but one thing is certain, it's not just the NVIDIA drivers. It's a combination of the newest Windows update after May and the new 50 series drivers. It causes instability with anything that tries to access your graphics card and tell it to do something. So, yeah. So if you want a solution for this and you're looking on the internet everywhere and you can't find anything, there is hope. That's why I'm making a video. Microsoft acknowledged this. But what you can do to speed up this process is tell NVIDIA, go to their forums on the links that I will leave on the description. Talk to NVIDIA, send them your crash dump files that shows up in, I think on Windows Live kernel something. There's some watchdogs crash dump files in there. Sometimes, very rarely, it shows on my system. And I've been sending them that. And also do the same for Microsoft, which is more annoying because you have to go through their program Windows knowledge and troubleshooting something. Yeah, talk to NVIDIA and Microsoft, and hopefully they can work this out together and it never happens again. And also, let's pray that our computer parts aren't damaged, because people only manage to get rid of this issue by replacing the graphics card itself. But from what I've seen, a guy, let's say, there's a guy on NVIDIA forums. He had a 5070 Ti, just like me, and he replaced to a 5080, and the issues start happening again after a while. So it's either a damage over time thing, or the crash just wait a little bit to happen, because it can be random. Like in my case, it all started happening when I updated my Windows in May. A few days after the Windows May update was installed, I started having these issues. And I knew it wasn't the driver because I was using an older stable driver that had no issues. I knew all the newest drivers was all completely broken, so I never touched the drivers. I stayed with that one for months. I was playing fine. I was playing Wuthering Waves, Warframe, Monster Hunter, which is a completely broken game, and it ran fine. The performance was great. I have a AMD 7800 X3D CPU and with the 5070 Ti overclocked from MSI. It's pretty fast, it's amazing. And I've been using it for months, and the issues only start happening after Windows updated on May. Also, yeah, since I knew that, because I didn't update drivers, I was using Windows 10. I decided to upgrade to Windows 11. And the funny thing is that when I upgraded to Windows 11, the issue disappeared completely for one entire month until it started happening again. I was playing games just like before, maximum, utilizing 100% of the PC, no crashes. But then after a month, it all came back, and now it's almost every day. I just don't play games anymore. If you just watch videos on YouTube and that kind of stuff, it's fine. It will happen from time to time, once or twice, every 3 days or so. I even tried leaving the computer on for like before, because I never turn my computer off. I always leave it on. I only do a restart when there's an update or something. So I tried that again. The computer stayed on playing videos for 4 days straight. I was using YouTube, Twitter, watching videos, talking to my friends on Discord. Everything was working fine. And then when I would go to bed, I would leave a 7 hours YouTube video playing. And I woke up one day after 4 days, and I was on full screen. I put the video out of full screen, and I clicked to open Twitter. And instantly, the screen went black, lost signal, and the GPU fans started going crazy again. So yeah, talk to Nvidia, Microsoft, the links will be in the description and stuff. Send your dump files to them so they can analyze it. Spread the word. There's a bunch of people on Reddit and stuff that don't know, they have no idea. They think their computer parts are broken, and that's not the case. So it's nice to let them know if that it's not their brand new computer that's broken and stuff. It's just people being competent with their updates on drivers and Windows. So yeah, thanks.